So welcome back to day 2 of playing Arena Cube Draft. Yesterday we recorded our most embarrassing defeat, going 1-3 the first time that we did this. So it wasn't too great. I think I've learned just to take whatever the best card is in the pack and to hell with some synergy. I thought my deck was pretty good. It was certainly good for a normal draft, but I think maybe Arena Cube Draft is a little bit more powerful than I anticipated. So I still haven't looked at the card pool yet. I just played and found out that a lot of cool cards exist. I've never played a Stork. Well, I've never played a Stork in any capacity, really. So let's go ahead and waste our 4,000 gold and start up. 1 minute. Ha. So yesterday for our first one, it told us we'd have to wait about a minute to ready up, and it was about 5 seconds, and we were all good. Alright, so everybody's here. Alright, what's the most powerful card in this pack? When they're all really good. Jace, Wielder of Mysteries, Rankle's pretty good. I like Knight of the Reliquary. I've played that in Modern before. I just don't know how much or how many lands you can get in your graveyard. And they're all so good. I'm going to take Rankle. It has haste. It has an ability. Only to be punished by some pretty cool white cards. But Gideon is pretty strong. I think I'm going to take the Chainer's Edict. Seems like a really good card to have. Taste of Death. Ugh, that's hateful. Vigilish Marshal, Resplendent Angel. We could go get some flyers going. Mortify for removal. I wonder if removal is just better than having really good creatures. Either way, it would push us into white, which isn't a problem. Bastion of Remembrance is good for normal limited, but maybe not this. Probably stay mono black as much as I can, huh? It's a good observation, chat. I think... But it's so good. It's so good. We'll take the removal. More black cards. And more white cards. Fair. No clue yet. Mechagodzilla is pretty cool as far as getting these random abilities. But I gotta play with what's the most bombastic card that I can possibly take, and it's going to be Ritual of Soot or Spark Double, I think. Ritual of Soot. So far, one creature doesn't die to it. So we'll go with the Wrath. Clearly, the 5-color Niv Mizzet's the right call. So what happens if none of these are good? What do? We have a couple of different sacrifice outlets. Where Mayhem Devil, if we chose to splash red instead of white, would work pretty well. Witch's Oven only really works very well with... Really? You think Oven's going to be the right call, chat? Why is that? You got 15 seconds to explain. Okay, so 10 seconds. Keeps you in black if you get the cat. Alright, we'll let Mayhem Devil will. Gutter Bones, aggressive black creature, reanimating it after Rankle sacrifices it. And then we hit this wall, where we are out of playables. I'm guessing Cruel Celebrate here. Fiery Prophecy is also pretty good. So far, I mean, the deck is, better than yesterday. After yesterday's slaughter, might be the right word for it. So we're pretty good. I know the Resplendent Angel's not going to wheel. The Gideon's not going to wheel. Alright. So this is Thoughtseize effect that we can hit in the hand or the graveyard. We have this creature that will only go get Gutter Bones. So let's stay with as much in the black as possible. Even though I probably should have took the Ranger. It is a creature, and I think that might be how we have to win. Oops. I will get there. We'll get plenty of good creatures. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. While we're waiting for the stream. Come on, packs. Ritual on 4 and Ranger on 4 or 5. Oh, sweet. So we got the Knight. It wheeled. Well, I guess both Knights wheeled. But we got the one I kind of wanted to take earlier. No effects with the Crucible. Probably going to get Blast Zone. I don't know why we're getting Blast Zone. Six mana is an awful lot of mana. We don't really have many creatures. I will take Taste of Death. I'm a little parched. Well, if we're going to stay on color, I certainly can take Idyllic Tutor with no targets. And another 1-drop. So maybe Ranger Vios was the right call. So looking at this hand, or this pack here, we have Archon of Sun's Grace with no enchantments, Dawn of Hope and enchantment, and Cavalier of Night, which is just a big black creature. So we'll go with Cavalier of Night. Playcrafter or Masker Girl. My cup runneth over, and then more enchantment support. So do we want a low-end creature, or do we want Masker Girl to kill everything? And I think the more bombastic it is, the better. So I'm going to go with Masker Girl for right now. It's like the pack said, you want something good, let's ante that. So we have Rotting Regisaur, which is a big beater. This legendary creature that I can't say its name. Probably not going to work out too well. Not enough flyers to activate the Sky's Blade. So we're going to go with the Regisaur. Oh no, it's the Truth. Also known as the Gitrog monster. Falmar Knight for Death Touch. Card draw. Teramit for graveyard removal and life gain. Embodiment of Agonies. That's interesting. So we can take the creature. To have more creatures, we can take the Gitrog monster. If we wanted to splash, if we wanted to stay mono black, we can take Tamarat. I'm going to take the flyer. Ulamog. Okay. Alright. I see you. Rias is fine. I think Unburial Rites might be the better call here. Bringing back our 4 and 5 drops back to back. Well, I'm going to take Phyrexian Arena. So we do have an enchantment now for Idyllic Tutor. And the cat willed. Or the cat's here, not willed. But now... Oh, man. But, so I can take Nightmare Shepherd and have another flyer, which may not work out. Or I can have the infinite blocker. We're going to take the Cauldron Familiar. There's so many black cards. Diregraphical is pretty cool. Order of Midnight as a reanimate spell. Same thing with this. And then Tamarat. Take Order of Midnight. It's going to be a flyer. It's going to die. We're going to be able to bring it back. We want to put a little bit more pressure on our opponents. Golden Demise is great, but I already have a 4 and 5 drop removal. I'm going to take the Enforcer. And then the we don't need any of this pack. Jesuvess, if we get to kick it, it's going to make a lot... Yeah, I thought about it, but I didn't take the Lotus Field. The one I could actually play. We'll take the 4/5. 2-1's probably the right call since that's flying. Just got ahead of myself. That timer scares me. It goes down so quickly. Human Knight, Warrior Knight. I have no idea how I'm going to kick Jesuvess. I'm just going to tap a ton of mana. It's a 4/5, that's a knight. That's about it. I get Lotus Field was the right call. See, if I took Lotus Field, the Jesuvess would have been 1 mana cheaper to cast. Same thing with Ulamog. I like this deck. Probably some poor choices, but overall. Let's see, how are we going to win, though? That's going to be the problem. If we had took the 4/4 flying enchantment copy creature, we could have searched up with Idyllic Tutor. But right now, I don't think we would be playing Idyllic Tutor since we only have Phyrexian Arena. No. I'll take that. Look at all these dead cards I have. Oh, okay. So what you're telling me is Stonecoil Serpent. You type quick, chat, but I've already picked the Goodless Shrine. And those of you watching that can't see, it was just spelled that way. So the Gorgon's really good. Mire's Grasp as a removal, and it's an enchantment. Not that that will matter too much. Disfigure is an instant, which is probably going to get the one... probably the one that we're going to pick. And then we have some more of a late game card, where we can just put X 2/2s into play. It's a tough one. I'm going to take the one that can give us an instant army. So if we want, we can pick Mentor of the Meek here. We have a couple of creatures that we can draw off of. Witch's Oven plus the Cauldron Familiar and Mentor of the Meek means every time we sacrifice it, not only do we gain a life, they lose a life, we get a food, and we can pay one and draw a card. So nothing that we want, except for probably the land that adds green and black. Ooh, so we have D-Spark, which is sort of a removal spell. Fight is one as a, I guess, a save spell, a combat spell. Not too worried about saving our things. Everything's dying. So I think Midnight Reaper for card advantage is going to be the way to go. Hello, Hypnotic Spectre. Hanged Executioner. And Spark Harvest. All decent. Yeah, I guess there's also the Temple to take here. May not have been the right call, but we'll try it out. So I have nothing I can cast from the graveyard. This is just a 4/4 for 5. And then we also have Circle of Loyalty. We do have a couple of Knights. And it's an Anthem. And it makes creatures. It'll probably get cut. It puts it into the graveyard. It makes it cost 1 less. So it only works if you have... Oh man, we should have really took the Ranger Vios early on. I mean, it's just a throwaway card at this point. Unfortunately, these aren't knights. So the Gorgon wielded. The Gorgon came back around. Hey, Fida's one came back. Alright, so that's a pretty quick draft. Now making the deck the fun part. Sure do like clicking. I don't feel into it today. I don't have any hype. Alright, so we'll put our lands in last, like normal. We are going to be playing at least 2 colors. It's not going to be mono black. Now, we do 6, 8, 10, 12. We do basically have enough to play mono black. I don't think adding white is going to make it weaker. It's probably just going to make it stronger. I'm really missing that Ranger Vios. So, Cauldron Familiar start with. So there's 13 very playable cards. 14 very playable cards. Where the curve at 4 is kind of where we want to be. Right now the Pharika spawn is pretty weak. Oh, this puts knights into play. That's pretty good. I think we're going to be able to get Ascension pretty easily. The more small, low-end creatures that we put in generally is not going to pay off too well as the game goes on. But since we do have the Ascension here, Circle of Loyalty to make them bigger. Oh, not this one. I just don't even know what I'm talking about. Alright. So 3 slots left open with about 12 cards to pick from. Well, chat, do you have any thoughts about what we're going to add? I know we talked about Mentor of the Meek earlier to get a card draw engine going on, and Finale of Glory to come back from a wiped field, possibly from Ritual of Soot. I think even though this doesn't really add a synergy, it does just puts a whole bunch of damage on the board at sorcery speed. So our last one's going to be the most difficult card to decide. We have 4 creatures on the small end at 1 mana to be able to block, and then we have 2 on 2, 3 on 3, 4 on 4. So our curve for creatures isn't too bad. We can add another knight for synergy to work with our Mentor of the Meek and our Circle of Loyalty. And it also has synergy with Knight of Windgrace. So that might be the right call. Worst case scenario, it's a 1/1 that blocks anything. Best case scenario, we draw a card and it's a 1/1. So pretty good. I like this deck. I like it better than yesterday's green-blue monstrosity. This one's a little bit more solid. And we get to play with Rankle, Master of Pranks. All right. Round 1, game 1. I guess they're all going to be game 1. Our hand is not very good. If we don't draw another source at all, we just sit back on a 2/1 that does nothing after turn 2. So we'll go ahead and mulligan it. I think we can get a lot better than that. We didn't, but we tried. We tried so hard. Going to 5 is going to be rough. We're in the exact same boat, just 1 card less. Luckily, we're going to be on the draw. So I don't want to go down to 5. So if we can get a second black source that doesn't come into play tapped, that's going to be a waste, probably. Destroy target creature or enchantment. Hello, 3/3. Oh, why couldn't it give it to us? Would it be too greedy to go ahead and blow up the baffling end at the end of their turn? Or should we save it for something real? Fine. Have all your mana. Now we're certainly going to save the Mortify to kill whatever they play. Oh, come on. It's going to be a land on top. That's a knight. I'm going to leave it there. This is going to have to be one of the... Haha! It's that angel. I'm killing this. Don't you save it. What'd I just say? I'm not sure why I played the Order of Midnight instead of the Phyrexian Arena there. I thought putting Circle of Loyalty into place sooner. Oh, holy crap. Well, why didn't they attack? Flying, double strike, vigilance, trample. I don't think synergy is going to work out very well for us. Well, this is another quick and sad game one. Stupid shepherd of the flock. Attack you for 8. Alright, so we're dead. Basically. Alright, well, that was fun. I think it's just me. I think it's that I don't know how to draft. Alright, welcome back to round 2. We got destroyed in our first round. We are on the draw again. We have some decisions to make. This hand probably can't get any better. Come on. So at this point we can take turn 3 off and play our Temple of Silence to scry. Go ahead and put a body on the field so they have to play a creature. Another green-white deck. So the cat did what it was supposed to do, which it's kind of like nothing. Alright, so we're going to see an attack for probably 3 this turn. Playing this and attacking with her human. Or that. I don't think we're casting that anytime soon. Is it just me, or does this seem like it's going, it's already out of control? And it's out of control because we played Temple of Silence, or is it just that we drafted poorly? So this has to live. I have to play a white knight here. And give attack, tap, kill this. They block, sacrifice it, give it indestructible. Whatever they block. Hey! That's cheating. That's my card. I'm killing this. With all this white mana. So do we kill the Imperious Perfect? Well, I guess we can't. Oh, I can't kill this yet. I don't have another knight. Like, this was savable minus Shalai. It felt very close. Sure. Yep. Just uses all of the white mana. Which I guess is fine. Kill this. I just did the thing again, where I just completely mess up. Well, I guess this one you can blame it on me for being bad. Oh, God, I am just so bad. Perhaps we don't post this one because of how poor I play. I'm like, there's a reason I'm not attacking with this, right? And then, derp. Yeah, the whole plan was to not do that. Was to attack with the Knight of Windgrace. So we're never killing this Pelt Collector. And it gives it vigilance. Huh. That's kind of lucky. So when this comes in the battle, enters the battlefield, you may sacrifice another creature. If you do, destroy target creature an opponent controls. When this creature dies, return target creature converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. So we can play this, or we can play the Sky March Aspirant, then play Cavalier of Night. That way we don't have to sacrifice one of our knights. And then we can get destroy target creature. So what creature do we kill? Is it Pelt Collector? Is it it's Pelt Collector, right? Yeah, I think Imperious Perfect is the right call. It's a little late. Like if Malice didn't exist, or not Malice, if Mace didn't exist, then I think the Pelt Collector, since it would have Trample, I can get over 1/1s because I can kill them mid-combat. But the fact that this Mace makes all their creatures bigger is just... So do we want to trade with that elf and then kill the perfect? Oh, we don't trade with the elf. Unfortunately, it does have Menace. Not what we needed. So we don't get to attack with this creature. It just sits back. We can't play this and put a We need an answer to this Mace of the Valiant. Mace of the Valiant. I can't speak today. Perhaps we go back and we split the ratio of mana to be half and half. You got it. Man, that is the best Omen of the Sun I've ever seen. Draw 2 cards, gain 2 life, get 2 counters, get 2 1/1s. But we win this game eventually. Nice tapped land. As soon as I play this land, though, I know I'll draw a plains off the top. Just make that one creature really big. Okay, fair enough. Oh my god. Every card in their deck is so good. Notice how I hit resolve all. Let's go ahead and get rid of the really big one. Yeah, it's alright, chat. I would have made my own mistakes. Does that put it one above so it doesn't? No, it's still dead. Good. I get a thing back. None of these have death touch. That's kind of funny. I told you I would draw plains right after I played that. So we can't mana cost 3 or less. So you, and all of this shit. And then die to the mace that has 10 counters on it. Ugh. There's a way to do this. There's a way to not lose yet. So this is power, right? Alright. So I guess now they just play their left struck beast if they have nothing. I didn't make a token. I used the knight to kill their creature that existed. Man, it's gonna be a big champion. Man, it's gonna be a really big champion. Their deck is so good. Midnight Reaper is not a helpful card right now. But Cavalier of Night's pretty neat. Goodbye. Unfortunately, we were one more mana off from the Unburial Rites, but I think we can bring back the Cavalier Knight to keep killing one creature every turn. So we're drawing pretty well. Here's his 15/15. Does that say fight a creature? It certainly does. Well, let's make a blocker. I would like to block. Sure. So I'm going to block with the Cavalier Knight just to gain the life. It's probably not the best call. I don't know what we're going to get to save us, so... remember that time you wanted lands? Holy crap! At least this game is going a lot longer than the last one. I feel like this was their 23rd card in their deck. I think Finale's on the bottom of the deck. So this guy has Death Touch. I think we're going to block. I mean, this is fun and all, you know, constantly bringing back. We're going to bring back a creature that might let us draw a card if we play another dude. Land and a land again. Almost. It was 5 lands in a, or 6 lands in a row out of our draw steps here. So if I'm reading this right, this doesn't do anything. It just doesn't do anything. Because it gives everything -1/-1. The end. Just cast it for a blocker. Oh, I guess I get 1 free attack. All these cards are funny. Oh, I'm gonna die to Phyrexian Arena. He has the deck that I would have loved to play. Should have done that before you drew. So we get 1 free attack. Let's make it count. Remember when we talked about how am I going to kick Josu Vez? Oh, I bet I don't have enough mana still. So here's the... I do. Oh! I'm an attack. Oh. We don't have enough lands to play the Circle of Loyalty because it's double white. That's cute. We're back with round 3 of this draft. So we haven't got to go first yet. We have probably all the lands that we're going to need for the deck and a couple of early turn threats. Doesn't look like we're going to have to take any turns off to play our stuff. I think I'm going to keep this one though. I can't block. So we want to play our Triumph there so we can go turn 3 Phyrexian Arena to start drawing cards off of it. Let's see if our opponent punishes us for being so aggressive. Okay, so now we really do have a choice. We can play our 7/6 that makes us discard a card, which could come back and bite us in the butt. Or we can go ahead and cast Phyrexian Arena and start drawing cards off of it. So we'll go ahead and take the chance and play Arena just to get the card draw, because we do have some removal. It might be better than their random. It might make up for it. Bonder's Enclave. I guess they're just not doing anything. Hey, look! We got lands. Go ahead and throw this one out here, just because. It is a knight. So next turn we should get to have Ascension, so we get 2 damage in the air for free, or we get to block the Order of Midnight. Our life totals are very close. That's a lot of lands. I think we'll just sit back. See what happens. Probably should have attacked with the Regisaur. I mean, it's there for that reason. At least that way I keep them from having tokens, but they can take 7. So I guess now since we didn't attack, they can double block here and kill our Rotting Regisaur. Four lands in a row. Okay. What if we decided to kill everything? So is there one card, or are there 4 cards better than our one Phyrexian Arena? Probably. Man, how punished would I be if they're just like, Maelstrom, pulse your thing. Oh. Daggers. If he makes me lose life, I think I die in 2 turns. Land 5. Sweet. So we were rewarded with 4 or 5 lands off Phyrexian Arena. Yeah, I think we're in trouble. All because probably I took 1 turn off and not attack. So if we block here, they make us both. We both sacrifice a creature. If I block, if I don't block, this is rough. So there's nothing he can do here. He can draw a card off Wrinkle. He can make us each lose a life. So I'll go to 2, and there might be some random you lose 2 life spell. I'm pretty sure there is another creature in his hand, otherwise he won't play it. No blocks. Call their bluff. Because if we draw a removal spell off the top of our deck, oh man. Never mind. Not enough to cast both. Wait. Yeah, it is. That is enough to cast both. So, but we can't do both. Oh wait, yeah we can, because he's at 4. Why am I dumb? I feel real dumb. Really? Just block with your ooze. Well, that was lucky. Man, first we even have a turn 1 play that we play on turn 1. So, fantastic. Hiya. Pretty good. We drew the planes that we needed to go to cast the Finale of Glory. We get to follow up next turn with our Midnight Reaper, and we're off to the races. I just feel like there's a trap, because there's no way the deck's just going to draw exactly what I need when I need it, as we have been. So I feel like something's amiss. That's a 2-2, 3-3. That's a good one. Our deck has... Oh, come on. We were gonna do so well. So we're gonna play the Mentor out first and wait till next turn to cast our Cauldron Familiar to be able to draw an extra card. There's no reason to play it out right now. We're solidly ahead, but I'm sure things are going to change shortly. Let's try this. Let's get rid of Tristani. And clear the board. So we need 12 mana. That's going to be a problem. Not my cat. Come on. Just in time. That's a pretty good draw. We're going to go ahead and get rid of this card. I know in 2 more turns they get to bring their stuff back, but... Oh man, our circle costs so much. Shark Typhoon. Do I have enough to cast this? I do. Even with the tax. So cool, now we get to make knights every turn if we so choose to. Unfortunately. Welcome back, Tristani and team. Wait. What? What? We're 3 mana off from Finale of Glory. If we just throw it down for 7 to make 7 2/2s. I mean, it's a lot of damage, and we can block. I can attack for 5. 7 times 3 is 21. Oop. I guess we'll just make a ton of dudes. So I guess they can't attack us with the Archon. Or they could, but they take 12. They gain life. My creatures die. And they lose the 4 life. So they go to 2. If they attack with the Archon. A respectable play. Alright, so what's... okay, there we go. Ha! Massacre Girl. Doing nothing. I think I'm going to go ahead and bring back the Midnight Reaper. Yeah, I forgot about Shark Typhoon existing. I just assumed they were going to play the Archon, but it auto-tapped one of their white mana. I would like this 3/3, please. Thank you. We heard you would like your 10th land. 1 free attack. Coming up. So I'm going to go ahead and play the Massacre Girl. Probably should have played it last turn due to the Menace and the trigger off of the Circle of Loyalty. I'd have been a lot farther ahead, but I wasn't paying attention. My one downside. When there's 12 counters on this, draw 7 cards. Well, they're trying. Oh, it gives them 2 1/1s also. That's pretty good. You sure? Not good enough. This is a lot of damage. Perhaps I should have Unburial Rites first to bring back the Cruel Celebrant to get those extra triggers from them blocking, because they will have to block. At the same time, if I wanted to remove the board, attacking with Massacre Girl and reanimating with Unburial Rites is going to do the trick. Now I could kill the Archon this turn. And had I done what I said, I probably would have won. again. If we massacre girl here, we lose the whole field, and then they get to draw 7 cards off the top of their deck. I think we just make them have it instead of relying on the burial rights here. Because we can take 4 a couple of times. They can't take 12. Next turn is going to be great for them. And that's it. A concession. I continuously play poorly, and I am rewarded for it. We keep this hand. We don't have the double white for Finale of Glory. That kind of doesn't matter. Unburial Rites is sort of a mulligan. I don't know what a guest drafter means, to be honest. What? Spectral Sailor? That didn't work when I tried it. Oh, this is dumb. Okay. Guess we lose to turn 1 Spectral Sailor, turn 2 Curiosity. Or Curious Obsession. By the time we play our Rankle, they'll have a counterspell. Ah. Why do they get to be so good and not draw lands? So you know it's all gas. That's not the one to counter. I hope you get that land to play a non-creature permanent. Damn it. That's not what I needed you to have. Well, this game's going to be quick. That's a good one. You could stop anytime now. That did not work out the way I wanted it to. So their flyers are big enough. So what am I afraid of here? The Sailor or the Sovereign? So let's see how this works. Jeez, come on. We're gonna block. I feel like this is just wasting spells. Just haven't drawn another land to play the Dauntless Bodyguard with the Cavalier of Night. Playing this really loose. Still not enough. Ooh, it's getting away from us. All because that I'm not drawing a 6th land, I think. That and poor play patterns, but yeah, I think we're dead. Yep. Alright, and then we lose the Brazen Borrower. Man. Yep. Alright, welcome back to another round of MTG Arena. In our second cube draft, we are now 3-2 in the round 6. We lost last round, probably due to some poor... Oh god, I can't even talk. Due to poor play patterns. We don't get to go first again, but we do have a couple of nights. We could get to play an early Circle of Loyalty if we draw it. I think that'd be really cool. And if you speak it into existence... I played the wrong land. Can I take that back? Nope. Okay. Well, we'll start with the soldier then. So now this turn we get to play 2 of our knights, making this cost 4. So we'll still be 1 turn off from getting to do the thing. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to protect this knight because of the Circle of Loyalty. Normally I would put it on this 2-1 because of the evasion that it gets, but actually having a non-killable Death Touch creature seems pretty good. So we're 1 turn off from playing our Circle of Loyalty. It's going to be a good turn if nothing dies. Yeah, you got me. Oh, please. I need this. Come on. It's our only hope. This is one card right here. Oh, you chose wrong. You chose wrong. Alright, so what turn 4 shenanigans are we going to play against here where we don't have a board? It doesn't have enough mana to double Infuriate and Timber Battle Rage, chat. Well, that was a quick win. Yay. So we'd be doing pretty good right now if we hadn't gave away the last game. So the good news is that we've hit our 4-win minimum to keep playing. So we get all the gold back. Oh no. It costs 4,000 to enter. I guess we'll have to win one more. Shucks. He can't do to me what I did to that one guy in the mystery sealed event. But it was +2/+2. Alright, so round number 7, we're 4-2 with our black-white cube draft deck. All the knights, all the black mana with Phyrexian Arena. If our opponent has something aggro-ish, we're going to lose. I know we can get better hands. I know we can get worse hands. I'm going to keep this one because it has the arena in it, which is very greedy. All the rest of the cards I draw for the remainder of the game are going to be white cards. We'll take it. Counter this, please. Just don't play the 2/1 Cutthroat. Okay. Hammer Ager. Okay, so we have a clear, quote, free Phyrexian Arena turn. I'm gonna cast it. If there was a card to counter, it's gonna be this one. A Burial Rites. Nope, just a whole bunch of white weenies. None of them being Gutter Bones. So I get the feeling that we're gonna see a Night Pack Ambusher here. Because why wouldn't we play against that 2 times in our draft pool? Okay. Okay. What about this? Hmm. 8 more turns of this and I'm going to get fed up. To leave open more counter magic? Bottom. Let's go. Yeah, well, I'm okay. I have Order of Midnight. Joseph S. actually attacks through the Ambusher. I'm also thinking I might get the 10 mana again. So. So do we offer the trade? I think we offer the trade and then play Josuves instead of the rotting Regisaur, since it has Menace. It might be able to get in where the Regisaur could not, and I don't want to discard any of these cards yet. So what is your follow-up to my 4-5 menace? It's a pretty good one. Hey, at least that's not on that one. And I can still tap it to activate the other creature's ability since it's a knight. So I'm wondering if we play our 7-6 or our 4-4 here. Well, since we drew Gutter Bones, I'm going to play the 7-6. And then return our 4-4 if they allow us to. Hey, they do have that card. I'm so smart. Gutter Bones. Oh, I have to lose life to return that? Boo. I didn't realize I had to lose life. I thought it was just return it to your hand. It's the wrong one. I don't know what hosting is, but thank you. So we're going to leave the land in our hand because I guess the only reason we need double white is going to be for Circle of Loyalty. And depending on how the turn plays out, we should be able to play Massacre Girl into a free board. So this is looking pretty good for us. Now there's a chance that they're just going to take 7. Oh, that's fantastic. Thank you. So do we... Oh, so they don't get a wolf either. I think I'm going to attack with both. So Order of Midnight's going to make sure that we get that extra damage so we can bring back the Gutter Bones after discarding it to Rotting Regisaur. We couldn't get rid of the Kraken, but every time they put a token into play, we're going to have that extra trigger off of Massacre Girl, so we can wipe the board whenever we feel like it, just because of this ability here. Alright, so we'll get rid of Gutter Bones again. Draw another land. Well, they can't take both. So if we play Massacre Girl here, everything's going to get -3. It's going to kill the Order of Midnight, the tokens. It won't kill the Regisaur. Or it's going to get -4. So it shouldn't kill the Regisaur. It won't kill Joseph. It won't kill the Kraken. And then we'll have a Menace creature. So they have to draw cards. I think that's right. Now if we wanted to kill the Kraken, we can. By playing the Gutter Bones out. Well, we have to return it. Let's risk it. So it's a risky play on my part. It got worse. I guess we go ahead and get rid of it. So now we're behind a card draw engine. Can I cast this? I'll take that as a no. Alright. I don't know what we need to draw here. Needs to be quick. We played some of our bigger threats in the deck already. That Biomancer. Man, have you noticed that most of the cards that he has played just draw more cards? So good. I see land. This might be a quick finish. Our opponent is going to get... Yeah, attacking was bad. I didn't expect them to have the fight card, and I was going to leverage the Menace ability and the 7/6, effectively putting them to not have it for one turn. But it seems like every draw step, they're getting to draw 2 cards. So, in every draw step, I get to draw a land.
No time for a break.
I don't know how we come back from this game. They're drawing 3 cards a turn if they want to. Could be 4 for one turn with untapping Teferi and the Treasure Cove. I think I used both my removal spells, or my mass removal spells, to get rid of the board. The only thing I could draw is Unburial Rites here to bring back Massacre Girl to clear the board, but that's not going to answer Teferi. So that's not Massacre Girl, or Unburial Rites. So we can produce 1 blocker, except it's actually a Frilled Mystic if I wasn't paying enough attention. Got 4, 5, 6, 10, 13 damage on the board, plus what they get from Elspeth when they bring it back. So we are out of it. We did not hit the minimum. Our measly 13 or 3,000 gold. Oh. So it's like we just opened up a pack and wasted 3 hours of your time. Maybe not wasted. Maybe you enjoyed watching me get destroyed. what I would recommend is learning from my mistakes to better your own games. Because I'm going to make a lot of them.